Hello, and welcome to the fifth episode of the OSE Hexcrawl. Um, in the last session, we'd just gone into this dungeon, which I've now inked up, so it's hopefully easy to see on camera. They're in this room. They fought a gecko lizard that came in after them, and they're going to backtrack, go and see what's up the corridor here. We've got another door here they haven't explored yet, and we have stairs that go down 2 levels to level 3, which is obviously probably going to be pretty dangerous for level 1 characters, but we'll see. So first things first, I've also found my elf character. I left my elf character sheet in the folder, so um, not around. So that's an elf we've got. We didn't have. So he's around now, and we have a cleric of Enenvar, a fighter called Bol, the magic user from the original party who's trying to reclaim his stuff, Wrath, our thief, and Grimbeck, our dwarf. So because I forgot the elf, I've amended the marching order to include the elf in the third group back. We also have these two NPCs, the Gal Lowen and Roka Lyle are cleric and thieves. They are in the layout as well. The cleric is basically looking after the thief because the thief is chaotic, and this cleric is neutral, I believe. No, lawful. So there we go. So she's okay. Yeah. So these are from my OSE Retainers pack, which I'll put the link down. 100 cards, different character classes. Each one's got a little quirk and an appearance and a personality. You can use those to populate your taverns or make them horrible, which is exactly what I use them for. So yeah, so that's that. So we can move those out the way for now. And we are going back to, as last time, the first edition DMG. Page 170, 171 to generate our dungeons. As I said in the last session, I have done a dungeon that I played through using the 5th edition rules to generate dungeons. So I think maybe if we get another dungeon in this group, we'll try that one out and see if that makes a different noticeable difference to how the dungeons kind of look. Because obviously we'll have one to kind of experiment with on either version then. So yeah, so that's that. And also, as I was saying last time, because we've encountered these two fire lizards and the geckos, we've created a small encounter table now. So instead of using this point level encounter table for the level 1 stuff, we've now reduced it to D8. So we roll on a D8. If we get a 3 to 8, we roll on that one. We pop it in the slot. Next one, pop in the slot. Eventually, we'll have 8 kind of things in this on this level, and it basically means that the monsters are kind of more concise. They kind of fit probably more of a theme rather than kind of like, oh, we've got orcs, and then next time we've got dwarves, and next time we've got goblins, and it kind of gets super random. Which again, some people like that idea of having just chucking stuff in the dungeon. I tend to like to try and give mine some kind of consistency and some reason for why these monsters are in there. So yeah, so we're going to build it up using that one if they get an encounter, of course, at all. And obviously encounters are on a 1 on D6, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. Yep. Okay. So yeah, 1d6 every turn, and we're using our turn tracker to map out the turns. So on this one, again, this is from the website. Wanted monster check lets us know when it is, and then you've got rest for one turn, and your torch runs out. It tells you when your torches run out and your light sources run out, and all this kind of stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. So we've burnt through 3 torches so far. If we had them, I don't know if actually one's actually using a torch. I think we're using lanterns. Lantern. Bit of steel, torches times 6, lantern. So I think we've got 1 lantern on the go now. So at the end of this hour, we're gonna burn through one of our lanterns. Is gonna need refilling from oil. Someone's got to refill the oil. So we'll make a note of that when we do it. Anyway, let's crack on, see what we've got. So they had, unless I'm mistaken, they had returned. They were just about to kind of make our way up to here. So Each one of these super squares is 10 feet, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We are there at the end of another turn. We've got a wandering encounter check. We've got 3, no wandering encounter. So now we can roll on the book and see what's up this corridor. So then, 1d20. A 14. We have a chamber. Check 30 feet after leaving. Okay, table 5. Chamber. D20. 11. A regular 20 by 30 foot room. Oh, sorry. Rectangular 20 by 30 foot room. That makes more sense. Okay, so we've got no unusual size. We have got size of exits. So let's go. Okay, let's do this. Put this 20 by 30 foot room in here first of all. This is easy to do. So we can. Which way should we go? We can put it that way around. We can put it that way. Let's go. Let's go this way around, just for the sake of. Because we don't know yet if we've got any exits. So number of exits. 1d20. Okay. Work out. Got to work. The only problem is the first edition one again. I've got to work out square footage. Something I'm like doing my everyday life, so it takes a little while to figure out. So let's figure out the square footage. No, quick bit of calculation. Up to 600 square feet. So it's up to 600 feet. Either 1 to 3. So let's have a look. That would seem to suggest we've got one exit. It all gets a little bit confusing. Roll for shapes, size, and exits, then contents, treasure, and how the latter is contained if applicable. We haven't got an unusual shape. Chamber shape and area. It's a rectangle. Yep, okay, it's fine. Unusual size, no. Number of exits, D20. 11. Uh, 11 up to 1200 feet. 11 is 0. Check once every 10 feet for secret doors. Okay, so we've got 6 secret doors. Okay, that was just as a secret door. Right, so what we're going to do is, let's say our heroes are going to go in here. They're going to check for secret doors. It'll take 1 turn to check per square. So it's going to be 6 turns. So they're going to check these. It's going to be 1, 2 turns in. We're going to give round a rob around encounter. Go 4, or sorry, 5. No, 3, 4 random encounter. Like a rest. So that's 3, technically speaking. 4, 5. Nope. And 6. Okay, so they check all of this. We know there is a secret door here because I just rolled a 1. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. It's there. So they find a secret door after an hour of searching, virtually. And eventually they discover one. It's there. So I suppose, again, that sequence again. Okay, should roll 1d20 to see what the contents is first of all. So, lucky enough, an 8 on the contents is empty. So it's empty. That's fine. Okay, so now we go back to this one. And again, 17 is stairs. Okay. We have stairs on table 6. Which is on the next page, I believe. Yep, 1d20. 8. Up 1 level. Okay, so this is going to go on for, say that, and they're going to go up 1 level like this, and that takes us to the ground floor because we came down 1 level to get to this floor. So as I said before, when I first did these maps, above this is going to be ruins. So there's going to be various kind of buildings dotted around the place, and the characters basically looked around, found the first kind of area that had a set of stairs down, and then thought, okay, we'll go down there. So 10 minutes to walk that. We'll roll a random encounter. Get 6, nothing. Okay, so they can obviously exit from the top of the stairs, look around, and okay, where are we? Look at the various buildings. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to go all the way across here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's roughly another 10 minutes or so. But then actually they can move at normal speed because they've done this before. They don't need to roll. They can move at their encounter speed. They're not going slow. And then by the time they get back down here, let's say a turn's gone. By the time they get back down to here, they can check this door. So then 1d20, 30 gives us a passage. Table 4, d20, a 9 gives us turns 45 degrees ahead. And again, because we've got to use our common sense when we do these, as it's essentially in the DMG, instead of being 45 degrees that way, I'll make it 45 degrees this way, because then it takes us off in a completely different direction. So coming down here, we're going to come down about 30 feet or so. And we're going to roll again. 1, 2, 3, 5 gives us a door. Table 2. Table 2 gives us a 4. Okay, actually to the left. So that'll be this way. Okay. Fair enough. Beyond the door is a 20, a chamber. Go to chamber 5. Okay. Chamber, a 9. The square chamber 40 by 40. So we're going to have to kind of squeeze this in here. So let's say, again, no hard and fast rules. We're going to put just beyond the stairs like this and say roughly, where are we, 40? So about there-ish. So about there-ish. Okay, that's our 40 by 40 foot chamber. And this time we are going to say, okay, we're going to work out the square footage. That's 1,600 feet. The thief is going to spend a turn checking for traps, because that's what we do. So we've got a random encounter check. We've got a 5, nothing. We need to rest, so we'll rest for 10 minutes as well. So that'll put us onto this one. And then we open the door up. No trap as such, because it doesn't say we got one. So that's 1,600 feet. We've got number of exits, 9. Over 600 feet, we have 4 exits. Okay, now we're talking. Right, so 8 is left wall. Okay, interesting. Right, this is going to be cramped, I think. 20 is the same wall. 13 is the right wall. And last exit is a 20 again, which is the same wall. So let's do... Okay, so there we go. That's our exits. And then we are going to have... Okay, it says if we roll 1d20 on this one for where it goes to. 15 is technically straight ahead. So that one. 20 is 45 degrees left and right. So let's do this. 16 is 45 degrees. Okay. Right. So we're getting a little bit in a tangle here, obviously, with the amount of space we've got here. So we're going to have to kind of tweak this a little bit to make sure it all fits inside the actual encounter area. Most important thing now is we roll on D20 to see what's actually inside the room. We have 11, 12. It's empty. Okay, so that's empty. So characters are going to look around the areas. Now, this is a big room. They don't want to spend 3 or 4 hours searching for this stuff. So we're going to pick a door. We're going to take this door here. We're going to see on D20 this door is. Oh, try again. Didn't see that. That's 2. And continue straight. Check again, 60 feet. Okay, so we're going to say, for the sake of... This is going to be a tiny, tiny little cupboardy kind of thing. Okay, nothing there. Then we're going to this one. 10 is going to be a side passage. Check after 30 feet. So 10, 20, 30 feet. Side passage is table 3. Oh, and I should also be rolling on the table width. Okay. Passage T's. And the spring is 10-foot passage. Okay, so T junction. Okay, and now we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another turn. Random encounter. So we're going to have a random encounter. As we open the door, nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left or right? 1 to 3 left, 4, 6 right. Right. 5, 6. We're going to get to here. And we're going to roll up this passage and see where this goes to. So this is an 18. This is a dead end. Left walls left, right, and ahead can be checked for secret doors. Table 5D. Footnote. Dead end. Characters check for secret doors. So what we'll do is if they find one, they find a secret door. Secret door. There is a secret door. Simple as that. We'll have that. It says check for secret doors, so we'll put one in there for the sake of having a secret door. Okay, so that is another 10 minutes to check for secret doors. We've got a wandering encounter. A 4, nothing. Okay, so we're going to roll this passage again. A 2. Continue straight on for 60 feet. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. Check again. 14. A chamber this time. So we have got a chamber. So chamber size is 1d20. It's a 16. So that is a rectangular 30 by 50 feet chamber. So let's do this time around. It's 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and once again, we need to check the square footage. Okay, and then roll 1d20. 4 gives us over 600 feet, 3 exits. So a 9 gives us one on the left wall. A 14 gives us one on the right wall. And a 11 gives us another one on the left wall. Let's put it here for the sake of, so we don't bash into this other one here. And then we get to roll exit direction. 1 at 16 is 14, so straight ahead. 20 is 45 degrees right to left. So we go right, left. So let's just say, let's go that way. And this one is a 10. Straight ahead. Okay, and now encounters, contents, 8, nothing. Okay, so, right, so we are going to look around the area. It's going to take us one turn to do that. We're going to pick a door. We're going to go through this door here, check for traps. Well, we're going to rest first, and then we're going to check for traps. As we rest, random encounter, we get a 1. There we get a random encounter. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Get the random encounter table for first level dungeons in place. We're going to roll a 1d8. 1 and 2 is going to be our beetles and lizards. We get 3, so no, do not get that. We get something else instead. We get a 12. A 12 is orcs. 2d4. Orcs. 2d4. Okay, and then, so they are going to be right. So let's say, yet again, we can have it. So they're resting. They're going to come. They're going to come from this way. Simple as that. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's have them come through one of the doors because there's a secret door there, and the orcs probably don't know where the secret door is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. They come for this 45-degree angle. So as our characters are kind of doing their little searches, they've had a rest. They're searching for their just about to search for their secret doors. Prepping up. Orcs come bursting through the doors. We have 2d4. That is a 4. We have 5 orcs. Okay. Right, let's prep up a little sheet with 5 orcs, roll some random hit points, and go from there. Okay. So we had 5 orcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking up orcs in my little book of monsters. We have got 1 hit dice each. Average of 4. We'll roll for each one. So you've got 7, 6, 6, 6. Okay, these are strong orcs and a 1. There we go. Okay, AC wise, we have AC 8. Okay, and then, and I'm looking at the wrong one. Looking at Ochre Jelly. Okay, 86. Weapons. For axes, clubs, and spears, only leaders of mechanical weapons. Leaders, there's no, for every, groups are led by an orc leader. Has +1 to damage rolls. Leads to, okay, so we can say this guy here is going to be the leader. He's +1 to damage rolls. Okay, and he is going to have no companions. So then we're going to say, so 1d6 or by weapon. What we got? Axes, clubs, spears or swords. Okay, right. So you're going to have 2. You're going to have a club. 3. You're going to have a spear. 4. You're going to have a sword. 2. You're going to have a spear. Oh, club, sorry. And 2. You're going to have a club. Okay, they are slightly undergeared. That's fine. Okay, anything else? So club damage, I believe is D6. It's D4. Okay, D4, 1d4, 1d4. Sword damage is 1d8, and spear damage is 1d6. Okay, D4 damage is probably going to help our heroes out a lot. Anything else we need to look on the orcs? Nope. Daco is 19. Make a note of that as well, so we don't have to keep looking up. Okie dokie, so that is fine. So the only other thing we need to do is check for surprise. So 1 to 2, orcs are surprised, and then we check for the heroes. Now, also, because they were encountered on the 6th turn, they haven't rested. So all of their heroes are at -1 to hit and damage rolls, which puts them at a disadvantage. Yeah, so let's go for that. So 1 to 2, no, orcs are not surprised. 1 to 2, okay, heroes not surprised. So orcs come down this corridor, making probably some noise. Heroes kind of start gathering around and kind of ready to attack and start getting into position. Orcs open the door, probably hearing the movement as well. Run through, and they start facing each other off, and combat ensues. So let's get a little mini battle map prepped up for this, and we can actually move some stuff around, and we'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully this will speed things up a little bit. We've got 2 dice here we're going to use for initiative. So red dice is going to be the bad guys, yellow dice is going to be the heroes. I've created a little grid here for inch squares and some tokens. Obviously, we've got monsters here, 1 to 5, and then we've got our heroes here with the various classes on them. There's some stars on the cleric and the thief, so we know which ones are the NPC ones. I thought this would be easier to move around the board and kind of represent exactly what was going on. So I think that's probably the best way of doing something this way. Right, let's see how it works. Okay, so initiative first of all. We've done surprise already. Initiative 5 and 3. Okay, so orcs go first. Movement rate 40. So each one of these is going to be 5 foot square, obviously. So we can have 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 25. 5, 10, 15, 25. Right, okay, that gives us all our movement rates. Okay, and then our attacks. So we'll start off with number 1. You've got a Thaco of 19, and our fighter has an AC of 2, which means it needs 17 or more. That's a miss. Okay, next up. Okay, Orc 2 is against our thief, or NPC thief, a Thaco of 5, so that's 14 or higher. That's a hit. So Orc 2 does d6, 6 damage. Our NPC thief goes down. Okay, Blurg. Okay. Orc 3 against our dwarf is AC of 7, so 12 or higher as a hit. 3 does d8. That's a 5. Our dwarf has 9 hit points. He's now 4. Okay, 4 is against our cleric. Cleric has an AC of 5, so 14 or higher. That is a complete miss. And number 5 against our elf is AC of 5, 14 or higher. That is a miss. Okay. So, our turn. So we are going to move in. So this guy is going to, our cleric is going to move to here. Our thief is going to come around to here. Our magic user is going to take a step backwards, and everyone else is pretty much ready to fight everyone else. So start off with our fighter against number 1. A 15 or higher is a hit for 1d8 plus 2. That is 6 damage. You are on 1. Our dwarf against number 3 is a miss. Yep. Our thief against number 2. So 19 is a hit. Now, if we'd got round the back, technically could have backstabbed him. But, well, it doesn't matter. D8 plus 1. That's 3 damage to number 2. So he's on 3. And our cleric against number 2 is a miss. Our NPC cleric against number 4 is a miss. And our elf against number 5 is a miss. Okay, that's fine. So back to next round. 5 and 3. Orcs go first. Okay, it's not looking good for the heroes. This is going to be a problem. So lots of to and fro with some combat. It's not looking good. Key number 1 against our fighter. 14 or higher. Nope, sorry. 17 or higher. Is a miss. Number 2 against our cleric. NPC is a 13 or higher. That is a miss. Number 3 against our dwarf is 12 or higher. Is a miss. They're getting lucky. 4 against our other cleric is a 19. That is a hit for 1d4. But the only benefit, take 1 damage. Okay, and our number 5 against our elf is a miss. Okay, and retaliations, fighter. 13, Thaco is 17, AC is 6. That is a hit for 1d8 plus 2. 8 damage. Okay, number 1 drips. Cleric, oh sorry, dwarf against number 3. 13 and 19 Thaco, AC 6, that is a hit. 1d8. That's a 5 against number 3. Number is on 1 hit point. Thief against number 2. It's a 17, that is a hit. And he does D6, D8 plus 1. That's 4. Number 2 drops. Okay, this is actually turned the tide now. Right, so we're getting to that halfway mark. We'll have to start making a check. Okay, and I've also just realised, damn it, I forgot the -1 for not resting. Oh well, hey ho. Took me a while to make these counters, so there you go. We'll put it in there for now on. So that was our cleric. Other against number 4, that's a miss. Elf against number 5 is a miss. Magic user preps up an oil bottle, and that's it. Okay, so next round. 5 and 5, simultaneous. Okay, so we'll start with our orcs, so that's easier. So 3, 4, and 5. So 3 against the dwarf is a hit, I believe. Yep. So dwarf takes 1d8. 4 puts him to 0. And 4 against our cleric is a 7. That's a miss. And 5 against our elf is a 17. That is a hit. And 5 is a club. That's a 1. Okay, so our elf is on 3. Okay, and then our retaliation. So even though our cleric died, our dwarf went down, retaliation because it's simultaneous. So start with fighter. 2's a miss against number 3. 4 is a miss from the dwarf against number 3. Thief is going to attack number 3 as well. That's a miss. Crikey, it's not very good here. Elf is going to attack number 5. Nope. And cleric is going to attack number 4. It's a hit. Okay, so cleric does d6. 4. Gets number 4. He's on 2. They've lost less than 50%. Okay, so next round. Heroes get 1. Orcs get... Okay, so 3 is going to attack number... the fighter for a 10, which is a miss. 5 is going to attack the elf for an 8, which is a miss. Nearly a 20. 4 is going to attack the cleric. Miss. Okay, so now we're actually going to move some stuff around because this is going to get difficult otherwise. So our cleric is going to dash around here. And he is going to come to... cleric has got a movement rate of 30. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's fine. Elf, thief has got a movement rate. So thief's going to stay there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we need to do. So I think our cleric is going to smash number 5. So we can start off with the fighter there again. 5 against 3. 9 miss. Thief against 3. 14. That would be a hit. Thief does d8 plus 1. So 5. Number 3 drops. Okay. Cleric start. Oh, cleric against number 4. 19 is a hit. So cleric does d6. There's a 1. That's number 4. 1 hit point. And cleric, NPC cleric, is a hit for number 5. That is d6 plus 1. That's a 6. So if number 5 drops this time, and then the elf is going to attack number 4. That's a miss. Okay, initiative. Heroes win this time. So we're going to move some people around, obviously. So, pop, pop. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Coming for the backstab. Fighter. Miss. Cleric. Miss. NPC cleric. Miss. Not doing well here. Elf. Miss. Thief with +4 to hit. 4, 8. Nope, miss. Okay, not so good here. And then retaliation. Miss. Next round. Oh, and morale. We should probably do a morale check. Not that's going to make much difference. Oh, actually, we might be able to flee. So let's check morale and see what they've got. I think it's 8. But double. Nope, it's a 6. So 2d6 higher than 6 is a 4. He's going to definitely put it out. And then so he's going to attack the cleric. That's a miss. Okay, next round. Oh, attack the cleric. Miss. And then anyone else to go their retaliations. Nope. Nope. 12 for the cleric. 12 plus 6 is 18. Cleric has got a FECO 19. No. Other cleric. 14. Yes, that is a hit. So NPC cleric does d6 plus 1. 2 damage. Number 4's got 1 hit point left. 4 goes down. Everyone is kaputted. Okay, so that didn't go too well for our heroes. We lost 2 people. We lost our NPC thief and we lost our dwarf. 0 hit points. You are out. No death saves. No nothing else. You hit 0. You're gone. So 5 experience. Oh, sorry, 5 lots of experience points for these guys, and I think they're worth. I will check. They're worth 10 experience points. Yeah, and the leader's only worth 10 as well. So that's 50 XP. Now, one of the things I did find quite interesting in this one, when I was looking up XP, was it says that the characters are awarded XP at the end of the adventure. So I remember back in the day when I was playing this, we used to kill the monsters, divide the experience points up by everybody at the end of that combat, and then carry on. That doesn't seem to be the way of BX or OSE. So it seems to be you have to survive the adventure. So effectively, the magic user could have had all the experience points from that last when he was running around with the other guys if they killed them, if he killed anything. They unfortunately didn't kill anything. So we're now getting half shares for the NPCs, but the half shares are also going to be bigger. So now the basic got to decide now is what to do next. They've lost 2 people. They probably are going to get a bit antsy now. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do effectively a morale check for these guys. So we have got a morale for our NPC, I believe, but let's say they've got a 10. They're hardy. They want to know what they're doing. 2d6 over a 10. They're going to back out and run away and basically say, right, that's it. We're going to take our people. We're gone. Anything higher than a 10, or something higher than 10. Yeah, anything lower than a 10, they're going to stay and carry on. It's a 7. Okay, that was nearly. That was a bit wavery. So one more turn added to our turn tracker because that's how long combat takes. And then we've got another random encounter here while our NPC tries to, while our thief, tries to check that door. So 1d6, it's a 5, no encounter. They're going to wrap up our guys in this room and kind of put them there and kind of have a look, and kind of they're going to come back and kind of take them out once they explored a little bit further, but they're not going to carry on dragging them around the corridors. So yeah, okay, right. So let's get all this stuff moved out of the way, and we'll get back to the actual dungeon exploring. Okay, so our heroes obviously check this door here. That was the one they were looking at. They didn't find a trap, so it's fine. There wasn't one on it anyway. They also know that this one isn't trapped because this is where the orcs come from. So they'll look down this one first of all, then they'll try this one, and then they'll try the third one. So let's roll on d20. We get an 11. That is going to be a passage turns. Check again after 33 and check width. So passage turns. So check the width first of all. 1d20. It's 10 foot. Okay, and then give me a second. 4, 15, right 90 degrees. Okay, so we're going to do a 90-degree turn here. So this is going to be a corridor. We're going to make and it goes up 30 feet. So that's 10, 20, 30. Our slowest character is our fighter, which is 60. Then we go check again. 7. Side passage. Check again after 30 feet. Side passage, D20. 13. Passage T-junctions. Okay, so that's quite cool. So obviously this could be a potential secret door here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to this door. We're going to check here for another turn. So it's going to be 2 turns in total, give or take a few minutes or so. So 1d6 is a 1. No, so there's no secret door there. Okay, so 2 more turns. Okay, and then we're going to get another random encounter chance. 4. Nope, no random encounter. So they turn around, they go down this corridor here. They go down 10, 20, 30, 40. Because I think it says after check again after. Yep, after 30 feet. And then d20. 18. Dead end. Walls left, right, and ahead can be checked for secret doors. Okay, so dead end. Okay, so we'll go left, right, and ahead. We'll check for secret doors. So what we'll do is we will see if the secret doors by roll 1d6. Nope. On the left, ahead, there is a secret door ahead. And to the right, no. So there's a secret door there. Okay. So then open the secret door. That's another check-in. And then we're going to sit down and rest for 10 minutes before we go for that secret door. While we're doing that, we're going to run a random encounter. No random encounter. And then we'll set off again. So secret door is opened up. Roll 1d20. It's a 5. We have a door. Okay, that's interesting. So we can let's use that as our door. Say we can interpret these kind of tables the way we want to. If I was doing this DMing this for a party and I was reading a random thing, they wouldn't know where this was going on. So the idea is like secret door. Okay, door. That makes sense. So door is table 2. Space beyond the door is a 5. Is a passage straight ahead. So we're not going to worry about the direction of the door. We're going to have a passage straight ahead. We're going to go 30 feet for this passage. And then we're going to roll again on d20. A 19. This is a trick or a trap. Check again after 30 feet. Right, so our dwarf would have a chance of spotting this if he was searching for traps. But we're not really searching for traps this time around. We're not taking a turn every 10 feet to see if we can search for traps. OSE thieves have got find and remove treasure traps, which are small, tiny traps you find in, possibly on doors, but more likely in chests and all that kind of stuff as well. We're not looking for massive kind of dangerous things. So traps is on table 7, which is on the next page. Trick or trap. Okay, so this trap is going to be whatever's on this square here. 17. is a gas trap. Pies detected it, but must breathe it, continue along the corridor. It covers up to 60 feet ahead. Mark map accordingly. Okay, so gas trap, gas sub-table, D20, 17, strength. Adds 1d6 points of strength as strength spell to all fighters in party for 1d10 hours. That is interesting. Okay. So, weirdly enough, as our heroes move onwards, they get this gas trap. This kind of greenish gas pours out of these little kind of spouts on the ceiling, kind of cover the party. Everyone seems kind of like, okay, what's going on? And then all of a sudden the fighter goes, look at me, I've gained 4 points of strength, which is interesting. Which technically puts our fighter strength up to 20, but I would say it's a strength spell there. It's probably going to be 18, and it lasts for 1d. Oh, so 1d6 points, not 1d10. 1d6 points, still 4, and 1d10 hours, so 4. We'll go 4 hours. So for 4 hours, our strength is going to be at 18, maybe 20 strength. I mean, they've got girdles of giant strength, so that's kind of okay. But even girdles of giant strength only do ogre strength. According to ogre power, sorry, 18 strength. Um, so yeah, so we'll go back. It continues onwards to spray into this corridor, but our heroes don't seem too bothered about it, and maybe they think it's some kind of cleansing thing or something like that. A door. We have a door. Door is on the 9, which is the right. So as we're coming down this corridor, it's going to be here. Okay, we're potentially going to meet up with this other piece here. So this is going to be beyond the door is 1d20, a 3, a parallel passage, or 10-foot by 10-foot room if door is straight ahead. No. So parallel passage, that would seem to suggest that it goes like this as it runs parallel. Parallel passage extends 30 feet in both directions. So it's going to go that way, and it's going to go to there. Okay, that is going to be another turn. And then we are going to roll again. So they're going to check this corner now. We'll see if there's a secret door down there. So they're going to go down this corridor. We're going to roll a random encounter while we're doing the turn checking. Nope. And we're going to roll 1d6, see if there's a secret door through there. There is not a secret door. Okay, so they're going to turn around and fight 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. They're going to go to here. But just as they get to this one, it's another turn out of the way. So 1d20, 19 is another trick or a trap. Okay, so as I mentioned when I started doing these dungeons, oh, you can't actually see it on the screen. I didn't notice that. So as you started with these dungeons, confines of this map is as far as the dungeon goes. You move stuff around, you bend corridors, or you even stop you going off in crazy directions and kind of making these things super massive. Originally, it was just to be one sheet of A4, but I thought that was going to be too small, so we decided to do 2. So we've got another trap. So this could be interesting. A D20, a 6. Pit trap. 3 and 6 chance to fall in. Okay. So our fighter is the first in line. Actually saying that, our fighter and our dwarf. So it's just our fighter. So 3 and 6 chance, 1 to 3. No. Our fighter successfully manages to back away from the pit trap. And maybe now they're starting thinking, yeah, this is probably not the safest place to be. Let's see if we can see what's beyond the pit trap. So beyond the pit trap, D20, a 6 is a side passage. Checking in 30 feet. Side passage table 3. Side passage 20, 16. 4-way intersection. Okay. So for the sake of picking stuff on the map, we're going to say that's going to be a dead end. jumping over the 10-foot pit is probably not going to be a problem for everybody. They should be able to do it without any issues. You could make dexterity checks, but let's just say they're clever enough that they go around the edges and they kind of make sure they get around. Don't want to lose a character to a pit trap when we haven't actually technically survived. We've already technically survived it. Anyway, one more turn. Random encounter. It's a 6. It's nope. Okay, and then we're going to go right or left. 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go this way. So this is going to be 30 feet. 1d20. So 14. This is a chamber. Check 30 feet after leaving. Okay, so chamber is 8. 40 by 40 foot chamber. So yet again, we'll go for 40 by 40. Okay, and this is, as a chamber hasn't actually got a door to it. Rooms have doors, chambers do not. I believe that is the way around. So we're going to find, don't need the shape, we've got a shape already because it's unusual. Don't need an unusual size. Number of exits, so 40 by 40. Okay, 40 by 40 is 1600, so up to 1600. Number of exits is 0. Oh no, sorry, 13. 13, up to 600, exit 0. Check every 10 feet for a secret door. Okay, so we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1. We'll start this corner here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Secret door. 11. One secret door, but we're also going to check the contents first of all before we do anything else. 11 is empty. Okie dokie. So we've got a secret door. This is a very, very big room though, and we are starting to get further and further away from the way we came in. So with everybody spreading out, what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically speaking, we could do this entire room in 2 turns. So let's take 1 turn to rest and roll for a random encounter, which we do not get. And then we'll take 2 turns to search, and we'll roll for a random encounter at the end of that second turn. No. And then we'll see if anyone discovers that thing. So obviously we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to see if this. So 1 in 6 chance. So 1, they find it. So 30 feet this way. That's that. 20. 12. Passage turns. Check after 30 feet. Passage turns. D20. 2. Left 90 degrees. Right, okay, so we're gonna dead end that because we're going off the map. But what we will do is, because we have this weird kind of T-junction here, we're going to see if there's a secret door there as well. There is not. So, backtracking. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Technically speaking, you can move at normal movement rate now. So we're looking at 60, 90, 100, 120. That's That's 1 round, 2 rounds. 10, 20, 30, 40. 3 rounds. Random encounter. It's a 1. We have got a random encounter. Okay, so this is going to be coming from this corridor down here. We are still on floor number 1. So we're going to roll 1d8 again. 1, 2, 3 is going to be our pre-generated random encounter table. Anything over 8 is going to be on the standard table. We've got a 7. Okay, that's going to be on the standard table. Okay, and we're going to fill this one in as an encounter on our table as well. So level 1, 1d20. We have a 15. We have a snake cobra. Okay, that is fine. And we are going to say... Now, encounter distance, I think, is a little bit further on. We've got snake cobras. We're going to say it's going to be 1d6 cobras. We're going to have 5 cobras coming from this direction here. Encounter distance in a dungeon. Okay, that's a good point. What's that? It's 1d4 times 10 feet. So we're going to use that. 1d4 times 10 feet. So just from this section here, they're going to be 20 feet away. So they're literally just on this other side of this T-junction as they come down the corridor, as they kind of come into view. And we're going to check for surprise. Same as last time. Bad guys on the red, heroes on the yellow. Both surprised. 1 to 2 is a surprise. So for the first round, everyone's kind of a bit stunned, and then we're going to roll normal initiative. So let's set that one up, and we'll go from there. Okay, so using the same little thing, got a rough T-junction here, roughly 20 feet between the two thingies. We've got a marching order, we've got our 5 snakes. Now these things, generally speaking, aren't too deadly until they hit you. And then you got to do poison saves. So we're going to roll some hit dice first of all, because they're 1d hit dice, normally 4 hit points each, so 1 hit dice each. So we're going to roll some hit points. 1, 3, 2, 5, and 4. Okay, and then we're going to roll initiative. Heroes go first. Okay, so obviously our missile guys are going to start shooting with missile weapons. That would be the most sensible thing to do. So that would be our thief and our elf. They have got an AC of 7, which means the thief needs a 12 or higher. That would be a miss. And our elf needs a 11 or higher. That would be a miss. So actually, sorry, out of turn. Melee first. Movement, then melee, then missile. Get in my head. Okay. So, start again. Movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. We're going to move. We're going to move. Cleric is going to move down as well. Okay. That is that. Then we are going to have our melee attacks. Fight against number 1. So he's going to need a 10. 18. That is a hit for 1d8 plus 2. 6, 8 damage. Number 1 goes down. Cleric against number 2 is a 17 as a hit. Cleric has got a 1d6 damage. 6. Number 2 goes down. Okay. Then we would have our missile attacks, which would be 3 and 5. We already rolled those. They've missed. And then we would have anything else. So that's that done. We've got the snakes now. So snakes are going to move in. So they're going to slither up. This one's going to move up as well. They got spitting attack and they got a poison bite. So first thing first, spitting attack's got a 6 foot range, so technically 1 square. So we're going to do spitting attacks instead. So attack with these is 19. Fighter's AC is 2, which means we need a 17 or higher for a spitting attack. It's an 8. That is a miss. So it does raises up on its back, and on its back raises up, gobs out a thing. It's a kind of misses the fighter. And this one against the cleric. Cleric has got a AC of 5, so we're going to need a 14 or higher. It's a 1. So they do their thing. nothing happens. Either kind of just bounces off their armor, shield goes up, whatever. They're okay. And then we've got next round. 5 and 5, which means we've got a tie. So obviously all happens simultaneously. Fighter first is going to be a hit, I believe. Thacker 17. That will be a hit against number 3 for 1d6 plus. Sorry, 1d8 plus 2. That'd be 10. So 3 would be out. Okay, cleric. Okay. He's a 15. Cleric Stacko's 19. That is a hit as well. 1d6 damage against number 5 is 4. That one will be out as well. So they are over in their kind of times. And then we're going to have our missile weapon guys. 17. That will be a hit. And 11 would be a hit as well, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, it'll be a hit. So 1d6 against number 4 is a 1. 1d6 against number 4 is a 3. So that's 1 hit point for the one at the back. But our 2 guys have their attacks first of all. So they've done their spits. This time they're going to go in for bites. So Thaco 19, we need 17 or higher. That is a miss against the fighter. And this one's Thaco 19 against a AC of 5. So we need a 12, and a 14 or higher. That would be a miss. So they do their best to bite our guys. They do not do so. They are smashed down. They are now dead. Okay, and then because we have 1 snake left, it's going to make a morale for a snake is 7. It's 7. It's still going to fight. So initiative 2. It goes first. It comes in as a bite against our fighter for a 1. Completely misses. So they're going to retaliate. 6 is a miss. 4 is a miss for our melee guys. Okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, missiles first. Of course it is. Not that it's mattered anyway because we haven't done that. So missiles 8, no. 5, no. We're not having good fun here. Cleric is going to move through our missile guys down to here just in case. And then our snake 1 initiative. So that's their attack. Next round. 5 and 2. Snake goes first. It's a miss. Missile attack. Get it right this time. 2, miss. 13. I believe that would be a hit. Yep, that's a hit. For 5, we have 1 less snake. And then our 2 guys basically stomp on their bodies because they're too blooming scary to worry about. Okay, so that's 5 more 8 lots of experience for the snakes. Okay, so we are on a T-junction. I think what we're going to do is how are we doing? How are we looking for oil and the like? We are okay. 1 more, lots of that one, and that's the battle. We're going to rest for another round as well. So another random encounter is a resting. No. Okie dokie. So we are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours into this. Yeah, we are starting getting tired. We thinking this is not a good idea to start hanging around here. But do they set up camp overnight and rest? Maybe they go back to this chamber. Maybe they go back to this secret door for a little rest, or do they head out? So once again, we'll make a choice. We'll say we're ready to do a morale check again. 10 morale, 2d6. Anything over 10, they're going to get out. Anything under 10, they're going to stay. Well, they are going to stay. So getting a bit tired now. They've had their resting. I think what we're going to do is we're going to back up out of this. So that'd be, don't need to basically run round. We're going to park ourselves in this secret door. We're going to shut the secret door behind us. We're going to post some guards up, and we're going to basically rest for the night in the in this little secret nook. And then they will basically wake up next morning, and they will continue onwards, hopefully with a fresh. Now, that's 1 day's worth of rations that need to be done. They've only got 7 days worth of rations, so they continue with this. They're going to run out of food. I think they're probably going to need to come out of here and return back before they go down to level 2. Yeah, I think 1 more day we'll do this, and then we'll refresh this encounter sheet. We'll start from day 1, from point 1 on day 2, and see how they go. So I think probably that's the best thing to do is wrap this up for now. We will do that next time. I think that's a good idea. We had a couple of encounters. We've actually survived, mostly. We've obviously lost some of our characters in the combat. But all in all, a 75% chance success rate. So not terrible, not too bad. We're rolling around an encounter here just in case there is something intelligent that can possibly open this secret door. It's highly unlikely it isn't. If we're going to get creatures and stuff, they're probably just going to be brushing around outside, if anything. Orcs maybe might find it. We'll see. Anyway, that'll do for now. So hopefully I will see you on another one of these very, very soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.